Hey everybody, it's Pampered Chef Cindy, and I just wanted to come on and show you, if you can see this here, my quick cooker in action. I'm actually making 3 pounds of beef stew. The recipe does come in the quick cooker guide here that comes with it, and there it is, along with some polenta, which I'm not doing the polenta right now, but I'm making a lot of beef stew. The recipe calls for 1.5 pounds, I'm doing 3. So right here, all that I did is I put it on the sear mode, and it's just like using your stove top and sauteing your meats or veggies or anything like that. So I took my stew meat and I put some flour, salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic and some thyme, and a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of this pan, or this pot I should say, that does come with it. So now there's a lot of stuff stuck on the bottom at this mode. So I like to deglaze it with some wine, and a little tip is I use Marsala a lot of times because it's really sweet, and in something like this it adds a lot of flavor, okay? So I think we're gonna use it all up. There we go, you can't have too much wine, right? And then we're also gonna deglaze and add some broth to it as well, some beef broth. Now when you're using the quick cooker or any pressure cooker, you do need to have some kind of liquid in there, and that's what's gonna help it come to pressure. So the nice thing about using the pressure cooker for something like stew or a roast, pulled pork, pulled beef, whatever, is it cooks so quick. And I'm making chicken soup in this later tonight. And normally things like this take quite a few hours so they get nice and tender. But when you use the quick cooker, not only does it cook really fast, like this is done, I'm gonna put this on 20 minutes to cook. And when it comes to pressure in 10 minutes, and then it'll cook for 20, and then we'll let the steam release naturally for 10 minutes. But seriously, in under an hour, it will be so soft and tender. And the chicken soup only takes about 45 minutes from start to finish, and it makes it taste like you've made it a day or two before, where the flavors really intensify. And also when it cooks so quickly, it keeps all the nutrients in there. So that's the great part about it. So you can see this gravy that's already started here just from having the bits on the bottom and the wine in there. Oh boy. And the nice thing too is you don't have to dirty anything else on your stove top or anywhere. This is it. It's all done in this. Okay, so this can also be a pressure cooker. It's on sear mode right now. I'm going to turn that part off just so you know. This can be a pressure cooker, a slow cooker, and you can also delay the start. So if you're leaving early in the morning for work and you want to not have it sit all day, I'm adding some onion to this too, then you could just tell it to start like at 4 o'clock or whatever, and it will go in the warm mode for whenever you're ready for it to cook. And I'm adding 2 red potatoes that I just chunked up here. I also like a lot of carrots and veggies in my stew. So in goes 2 gigantic carrots. You can hear it bubbling away, and I even turned it off. Okay, and the other thing that I want to put in there, the actual recipe that's here tells you to put in some frozen peas and carrots. Okay, so I use the fresh carrots instead, and what I normally do instead of the potatoes, I'm making this for a friend and they like the potatoes, but I usually don't put potatoes in, and I just put some butternut squash. So I'm going to dump this whole pack of frozen butternut squash. Lots and lots of veggies going in there, and give it a stir again. And then we're going to add the broth to it. I have 2 cups of broth, which is a little bit more than they suggested because, again, I have more meat in here. And I also added wine, remember, too. So probably about 1/2 cup or a cup of wine. So in goes the broth with the Easy Read measuring cup. I'm going to get a little bit more in there, swish that out. Okay. And then I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to the top with our salt and pepper grinders, which I absolutely love. They're so pretty. And this is our peppercorn as well, tricolor peppercorn, and the Himalayan sea salt. And I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. You could do some fresh garlic cloves as well, crushed in there, which I normally do. And that is it. So we're going to close this up just so you can see the top part right here. You want to make sure that there's a steam emblem on here and a steam emblem here. You want them to line up together. So in other words, you don't want this turned around that way. It won't work right. And make sure that this part is nice and flush, because later when you release the steam, it will stay down. So you want to make sure that it's that way. And then also at the top is this red button. That is going to pop up when this baby is under pressure, and you cannot open it. It's a safety feature and it will be locked. All right. So as long as this part is lined up, it's nice and flush right here. We're going to close it up. It sings to you too. And you can't really see it right now. Let me see if I can bring you over here so you can see this. Oop. There we go. So there's all the settings that are there. So we're going to put this on the beef and pork setting right over here. You can also do a custom setting if you want. Here's the delay start. And then you can also proof your bread. There's your slow cooker mode. All kinds of stuff, fish and seafood, your soups, your dessert. Yes, I do key lime pie and cheesecake in here as well. Stew and chili. You could do your dried beans. You don't even have to soak them. You could do all different kinds of rice. You could just use this as a steamer. I can actually steam a whole head of cauliflower in 1 minute after it comes to pressure in 10. It's great. All right, so we want to put this again on that beef and pork setting. If you could see that right there, it's all lit up. So normally that would take 35 minutes, but according to the recipe there, it says that I should do 20 minutes. All right, I'm actually going to lower it to 25 because I have more meat in there. So I'm going to go to the time and then the minus button and lower it to 25. I just think it needs a little bit more since I have so much meat in there. And all you do is you hit the start button. And what this is showing you is that it's coming to pressure. And as soon as it comes to pressure, which is usually about 10 minutes, that red button is going to pop up right there. And then it's going to start counting from the 25 minutes down, and then it's going to beep when it's done. And for something like beef, something that takes a while to get soft, you want to let it get the pressure out by itself for at least 10 minutes. So that's what we're going to do, and it's going to start counting up again. And when it hits 10 minutes, we're going to release the pressure right over here by ourselves. Whatever's left will come out the top. It's nice and safe because this does not get hot as well to the touch when it's going. It's just like lukewarm, and that is it. Okay. So then we're going to release the steam, and we're going to open it up, and you're going to have the best beef stew that seems like you cooked it for hours. Okay, so thank you for watching. And what am I making later? Remember, I'm making chicken soup right after this because that's going to be our dinner. This is for some friends tonight, and also I'm going to put some in the freezer. And it's just the easiest thing ever. So if you need any more help with it or have any questions, let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. And thanks for watching, Pampered Chef Cindy. Enjoy your day.